All right, let's get into the weekly watch report where we talk about the things we watched this week. Weekly watch report on Monday. 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 So honestly, I can't say that I watched actually that much. I'll give Traders an A. I watched a couple episodes of 30 Rock on the plane from LA. I've never watched 30 Rock before, and my goodness, was I missing out. I watched about 5 episodes in season one, and I will give it a B plus. I was thoroughly enjoying my time. I'll probably continue watching it just as like a side show. And I had really been severely missing out. So many great cameos. I mean, my goodness. I
Fantastic
was
show.
I was happy about that. Um, Tell Me Lies, episode
So
4.
4.
Now, it has been revealed that the person calling Bree was Wrigley.
Yeah.
The way that this show takes you on a ride of twists and turns, never would we have ever thought that Bree and Wrigley would somehow have gotten together at some point. But now people are going back to the first episode of Tell Me Lies ever, where did she know that this was going to end up here, or was this a coincidence that Wrigley picks up Bree and is like, she's my wife now to Evan.
I'm going
And
to
you
steal your
like,
wife.
I'm going to steal your wife. I'm like, did they know this is where this was heading? Or is this a coincidence that we're playing off of? I have so many questions about that. But I see people talking about this, and it's like, on one hand, what? How do we get here? Because we need to see more. On the other hand, people are like disappointed that it's not someone else other than Wrigley. I'm like, I think it being Wrigley is pretty shocking.
I couldn't agree more. I would never have pegged it for Wrigley. I actually think having it be like some random other person would be kind of disappointing. It'd be like, why do I care about this then? Because you're not we're so much more attached to the other characters. And even when you see these early days of their friendship, Wrigley and Bree, because right now nothing has happened to that extent. But we are seeing them bond, and you're like, oh shit, these two are actually super cute. But we already know that clearly shit goes down, and now she's marrying Evan anyway, and the poor guy's still heartbroken. Pippa knows he's heartbroken, so it's like some people are aware that Wrigley has been holding this torch for Bree for years, and I'm sure we'll find out more about what goes on like in these when they're still in the college years. But oh my God, it was so sad. And then truly nobody. And all the credit in the world to Jackson because they have been doing so much press and Jackson and Grace together too. And they're so sweet. They're so cute, such a cute couple. And Jackson just seems like such a fun, normal guy. And but when he puts on the fucking Steven hat, he is diabolical. And I give him all the credit in the world for playing this beastly character when and it's done in just his facial expressions, which is so impressive. At the wedding when he sees Wrigley's phone and like you just see it in his eye and like a small smirk of like now he has even more intel because his last plan didn't fucking work and now he has even more on them and he just ends with like that slight smirk and you're like this evil fucking guy has more ammo now than he didn't have before and he's happy about it and you just want to throw something at your TV, but he does it so well.
That was a great shot where he's like looking back and forth at them on the dance floor.
Yeah.
So good. And this is what I mean why like nothing ever fucking happens to Steven. Steven is always being fed information about everybody else, but nothing ever with him. Like
I
it's
know.
it's so frustrating. But I will give this episode an A minus. It's always like I'm always on the edge of my seat watching, and it's I mean, it
This
could be
this was
dark.
I thought this was the best episode so far, at least for me this
Yeah,
season.
I think it's really picking up. Now that we know more of what happens at the wedding. I keep finding myself wanting to be more in 2015 because now
Same.
I'm like, okay, well, how did we get here? But then I also want to see the past. But I will give that an A minus. Scandal, I'm still watching. It's an A show for me. Keeps on getting better and better. So many twists and turns. My
So
goodness.
many.
I mean, what the hell? I'm
So
like, what?
many.
Sometimes I'm like, what? How we end up here? Um, but it's a really good show. And
We watched that guy climb that building.
we did. We were at Fran's apartment on Saturday, and
Mind blowing, truly. You know, Gia told me he only got paid $500,000 to do that.
So, yeah, I think he said it was like not a lot of money.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because I asked Netflix, like, big dicked him and was like, "We'll get someone else to climb
But
the mount, the tower for cheaper."
one, they wouldn't, and two, the funny thing is though, I feel like he's the type of guy that would have just done it for free because he just like loves climbing. You know, like
I mean,
he
clearly he did it anyway, but it's just
listen, I was being like so dumb when we were watching it. Like I had so many questions. And
valid questions.
Fran was trying to explain it to me, and she was like, "Listen, I understand the things you're asking, but I don't think any of us know these questions." Like,
No, but it was wild to watch. And every time we're just like, man, if he goes down, he goes down. Like it's just
that's what I was wondering.
he's really not attached to anything.
But like I was wondering what the cameras would have done if that had happened. Like they just I'm assuming they wouldn't like track him down, you know, they would just keep it.
I would hope not. Thankfully he made it to the top, so we don't have to worry about that. He did the whole climb, but it was
You guys should
and then
watch Free
it's like
Solo.
people that were in the inside, people were in the building, they're like waving at him through the windows.
I was
I
worried
just
about
was
that
like,
distracting him.
I
How
honestly
about
just,
anything distracting him? Anything. The wind, he could have been
yeah,
blown right off the side of the building.
I just thought it was like pointless. Like I was like, why are we watching this? Why is he doing this?
Yeah.
It just seemed like a humongous risk.
But that's what he does for a living.
I know,
I
but Rhea's just like,
know.
I don't think the reward is here. Like she's like,
I
risk reward is not balancing out
I
here.
need
Not in
Rhea
my
to
brain.
I need you to watch Free Solo because that's even like way more difficult in the way that it's I'm pretty sure it won awards and stuff, but like the way that it's shot makes you want to like throw up at points.
Oh no,
Yeah.
thank
Oh
you.
God. I see. I couldn't even watch this guy. I don't think, and it's not even like I wasn't like, oh my God, freaking out. Like I just kept being like, what is the point of this? Like, what is going on? Um. So yeah, that's everything I watched. I mean, I
Are you gonna grade that?
no. Because we ended up shutting it off. We never saw him get to the
Yeah,
top.
yeah.
Um.
We just saw the video at the end of him getting to the top.
Yeah. On the way to LA, I just had TV on the background while I read, so it probably would have been a good 6 hours to like watch something. But I was like, oh, I'll just throw on Friends and read.
Yeah. I'll give Tell Me Lies. I'll give Tell Me Lies an A minus as well. Did you grade Traders? Should we give Traders a
A.
grade? Yeah, Traders is an A. I am caught up on all of Chicago. I downloaded a bunch of TV for the planes too. So like my Peacock shows, downloaded all of those, caught up on those. Um, Med and Fire are there's like some crossover right now. A couple people are like there's a new couple, that one girl on Fire, guy on Med. I'm liking that. Those two are both B's. PD is less. It's like a C for me, I think. I'm less excited to watch PD than I am Fire and Med every week. Uh the new episode of The Pit, I will give a I'll give it an A minus as well. That was a good episode this week. Not too much to say about it. I feel like we're in this kind of build where it's like the early hours and then they have the anticipation of like something big's going to happen. Because even at the end of the episode, it was like, oh, one of the other hospitals is closed. So now they're going to get all the people coming to their hospital. And there's a couple people that are getting treatment right now that I'm worried about. But then I watched Salt Lake City Reunion Part 2, which I'll give a B. They're just yelling at each other still. A lot of yelling, a lot of yelling. Some good conversations about Mary, and I'm just waiting for the Bronwyn stuff with Todd, which we haven't gotten to yet. That's in part 3. I am watching Love Island All Stars. I've been watching on Peacock, so I am one behind on Peacock. And Peacock is 2 episodes behind, like the live from the UK. And it's an interesting season so far. I will say, and I don't want to I don't want to spoil anything if people are behind, but there is a elimination that I've never seen happen before, where somebody like a girl that's basically in a couple, not, like the guy that she's been talking to the entire time, and he's been sort of like dicking her around a little bit. I don't like him at all. She had the power to send a boy home, and she just sent him home. It was incredible. Like she was just like, "Yeah, I'm sending you home."
No
Like it was like the
way.
only person she had any connection with.
Oh, I gotta watch. I gotta watch. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it any further.
Yeah, so I thought that was like insanely interesting, and the girl that did it, I fucking love. I'm obsessed with her. So once again, I just think like these girls crush these guys in like every category. They were not able to cast a great group of guys. And it's just so many repeats. Because now we got Curtis is coming back in, Lucinda's coming on. It's people who've done a bajillion other Love Island shows. So that's who's coming back in for this. I don't know. We'll see. But I just thought that elimination was nuts. Was crazy. And then there's a few other couples I'm rooting for that have started to seem to pair off a little bit that I think are really cute, and I hope nothing bad happens to them, because I think like they sort of like mind their own business and do their own thing. So I'll give All Stars I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B. I'm liking it. I've been pretty locked in. I've been wanting to watch it like every night, or I remember there's a new episode, so that was good. I watched The Rip, Netflix, the movie. We were talking about it last week. I thought it was great. Classic heist movie. They kind of played the hits. There's a good twist. The characters are great. It's not super long, so it's pretty easy to digest. I'd give that a B minus. I thought it was good. Like, just had me pretty hooked in. I thought they were all great. And you know what? Shout out to Tiana Taylor, because she has been working.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I turn something on, I'm like, Tiana Taylor's in this too.
Yeah.
So, and I had no idea she was in The Rip. I put it on. I went, oh my God, she's in this.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Small
SNL
role
this
too,
weekend,
not like a
too.
big role.
yeah, but like still, she's just in everything, which is awesome. That she hosted SNL. Which, by the way, no, we were talking about that band Geese.
Keith.
Yeah, I watched their SNL performance. Not
Yeah,
impressed.
it's I think
I don't
it's
know if I just
acquired
like don't.
taste.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't get it,
Maybe
but
listen to
I don't
maybe
get it.
yeah, maybe listen to his like solo stuff. But
Yeah.
did Joe watch it, or
We were both kind of like, this is weird.
it's very yeah, it's I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was a little confused by it. And that's everything I watched.
I know you watched The Beauty.
Oh shit, I watched The Beauty. Fuck, and I literally said before, don't forget to mention The Beauty. The Beauty's awesome. I think The
is.
Beauty is wild. Trying to explain it to people, I think it's crazy. I had it on with JB and Joe, and they were like, "What the fuck is happening right now?" Because it was like mid someone having a transformation, and
That's
they
the
were like,
worst part.
the transformation is by far the worst part. Yeah, it's not fun to watch, but it's really good. I mean, I'll give it a B plus. I'm
Are you
pretty
caught up?
locked into it. I watched the first 3.
Yeah.
And they like the first 3 is a good setup, because like you still don't really meet Ashton Kutcher's character till
Yeah.
later, and you sort of get more of like what's going on.
Episode
But
3, like Anthony Ramos is awesome in this.
yeah,
Like,
he
because he
is.
was
He
kind of talking
is.
about how he like crafted that character into like his favorite character that he's done. Like, and you see why. Like that scene where he's singing Yacht Rock in the car is incredible.
It's so good. It's so good. And it's like it's it feels like a Ryan Murphy show because I know he gets a lot of like I don't know, I feel like he gets a lot of criticism now that he hasn't produced something that's at the level of like what he used to. And this I just feel like is actually really good and I'm into it and I hope people give it a try because I think like just seeing the premise people are like, "Ah, no," but it's very good. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's everything I watched.
Uh, I'll say I watched Tell Me Lies. I'll give it an A minus. Like I'm pretty locked in now. I did like when Bree and Wrigley, like the seeds have been there this season where it's like they keep showing them together. So I wasn't like so stunned when this happened, but I'm still like locked in. The Beauty, I'll give an A minus. Like I was like watching that on the plane, and then I rewatched episode 3 like multiple times. Honestly,
Mhm.
like mainly for Anthony Ramos's character. Like I just think he's great. I'll give that an A minus. Traders, I'll give it B plus. Like there's not really much to say other than like I just really hope Colton goes home as fast as possible, and then like I
Yeah.
think I'll be enjoying this show more. Cause like he's just hateable and not like a fun way. I'm like, I
Hmm.
hate this guy.
Yeah.
Uh, The Pit, I'll give it an A minus. Great show, and it's definitely like picking up. And then I rewatched pretty much all of the show 11/22/63, which is that James Franco. I had watched that when it came out in 2016 and like really liked it. It's a show about James Franco
Yeah.
goes back in time trying to stop JFK from getting killed. But just like a very unique and cool premise. And I'll give that a B plus. Like that's a great show. And that's all I got.
So I didn't know that was an old show that they're putting back out because my reaction when I saw that was James Franco is in a new show.
No, yeah,
I
this came
I
out in
thought the
2016.
same thing. And
I
when I
was
saw
like,
it like trending, it was like on the top 5 of the Netflix shows. I was like, "Wait, what is this?" And then I realized it's from 2016 and then I was like, "Why is everybody watching this again?"
This is a
yeah,
classic like Netflix show. Like they put it on and it blows up when it was been out for 10 years.
Right.
yeah, that's what happened because I was like, wait, James Franco? I was like, I don't see people talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. It was a good show though. And
Yeah.
it's quick. It's like,
Does seem like an interesting show.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. That is everything we watched.